It was a Tuesday afternoon, much like any other. The sun was streaming through the window, but inside I felt anything but bright. I was slumped on the sofa, surrounded by the evidence of my poor choices: empty biscuit wrappers, a half-eaten bag of chips. I was feeling utterly rubbish after demolishing that packet of biscuits. My energy was completely gone, leaving me feeling drained and lethargic. My sleep was terrible, filled with restless tossing and turning, and I felt utterly stuck in a vicious cycle of junk food and exhaustion, each feeding into the other. It was a self-perpetuating problem that I desperately wanted to escape. This wasn't a one-off indulgence. It was my daily routine, a constant stream of sugary and processed foods that were slowly but surely taking their toll. I looked in the mirror and didn't feel like myself. The person staring back was a shadow of who I knew I could be, not overweight but definitely unhealthy and tired. My body felt sluggish and my mind felt foggy. My skin was dull and lifeless, my mood was consistently low, and I just felt off. Something had to change. It wasn't about getting a six-pack or fitting into a smaller dress size. I just wanted to feel good again, energized, strong, and proud of what I was eating, nourishing my body with wholesome foods. So, right there, surrounded by biscuit crumbs and the remnants of my unhealthy habits, I made a firm decision. 30 days, no junk food, a clean break. I expected it to be tough, a real challenge to my willpower and habits, cravings, intense and persistent, mood swings, emotional ups and downs as my body adjusted, maybe even dreaming about chocolate and pizza, those forbidden delights. But I was also incredibly excited to see if I'd get my energy back, sleep better and more soundly, and feel sharper and more focused throughout the day. My main goal? To reset my body and habits, to break free from the grip of processed foods, break the sugar cycle that had been controlling me for far too long. Prove to myself that I could do it, that I had the strength to make a change. I told my friends and family for accountability, knowing that their support would be crucial in helping me stay on track. The temptations were everywhere, lurking around every corner. The office biscuit tin, always overflowing with sugary treats. Friday night takeaways, a tradition that was hard to resist. The chocolate bar that seemed to perfectly complement my afternoon tea. But I was determined. I wanted to take back control of my health and well-being and feel fantastic again, inside and out. Let's do this. This is my journey. First, I set clear rules. What counted as junk food? Out went crisps, chocolate, biscuits, cakes, pastries, and anything in a colorful wrapper. Sugary drinks were banned. No more fizzy pop or energy drinks, just water, black coffee, and herbal tea. Deep-fried foods and takeaways? Gone. So, what was in? Real whole foods, lean protein, loads of veggies, healthy fats, and complex carbs like sweet potatoes and oats. I planned 3 solid meals a day, cooked from scratch. No hidden sugars, no weird additives. It took more planning and effort, but I was ready to fuel my body with the good stuff. The first few days? Brutal. It felt like my body was staging a full-blown rebellion. My body craved sugar and carbs with an intensity I hadn't experienced before. It was a constant, nagging desire. Headaches, sharp and persistent, tiredness that dragged me down, and irritability hit hard, making me feel like a completely different person. I was moody, snapping at everything, foggy, unable to concentrate, and obsessed with junk food I couldn't have, constantly thinking about pizza and cookies. The cravings were intense, almost unbearable at times, but I distracted myself with walks in the park, trying to clear my head, quick workouts to release some energy, or a big glass of water, hoping to trick my body into feeling full. By day 4, the headache finally faded, a small victory in a larger battle. On day 5, I felt a shift, a subtle but noticeable change in my overall well-being. Cravings were less powerful, easier to manage, and didn't consume my every thought. I started enjoying my healthy meals, actually looking forward to them, like a big chicken stir-fry packed with colorful vegetables. Healthy food didn't have to be boring. It could be delicious and satisfying. By the end of week 1, I felt a small victory, a sense of accomplishment. My energy was still up and down, fluctuating throughout the day, but I was sleeping better, finally getting some restful sleep, and my mood was lifting, becoming more positive and optimistic. I'd survived the hardest part, the initial shock to the system. Week 2, I'd turned a corner. Cravings faded and I got into a meal prep routine. No more 3 p.m. biscuit slumps. My energy was steady. The real challenge? Social situations. Friday night, my mates ordered pizza. I stuck to my plan, ate my meal, and still had a good time. Eating out was tricky, but I checked menus ahead and made smart choices. Grilled salmon, veggies, no creamy sauces. By week 3, these habits felt normal. Junk food didn't even appeal anymore. My taste buds changed. Fruit tasted sweeter and a handful of berries felt like a treat. I was sleeping deeply, waking up refreshed, and my focus at work was sharper than ever. At the end of 30 days, I took a moment to really assess how I felt, both inside and out. It was more than just a quick glance in the mirror, it was a deep dive into my overall well-being. I reflected on the changes, carefully considering each aspect of my life that had been touched by this journey. I wanted to understand the full impact, not just the superficial results. My energy was back, surging through me like a revitalizing current. I felt lighter, more alive, and ready to tackle anything. Workouts felt great, no longer a dreaded chore, but an enjoyable part of my day. I actually looked forward to them, and I'd lost about 8 pounds. It was a satisfying number, a tangible representation of my hard work and dedication. My skin was clearer, and I looked healthier. There was a natural glow that radiated from within, a testament to the nourishing choices I had been making. But the biggest change was mental, a shift in perspective that rippled through every facet of my being. My mood was better, I was calmer, more centered, and less reactive to the daily stresses of life, and my confidence soared. I felt empowered, capable, and ready to take on new challenges. I proved to myself I could do it, that I had the willpower and determination to achieve my goals. And that confidence spilled into other parts of my life, influencing my relationships, my work, and my overall outlook. I learned I'm in control of my choices, that I have the power to make decisions that support my well-being, and I don't need junk food to feel good. I discovered healthier, more sustainable ways to nourish my body and soul. Cooking from scratch became enjoyable, not a chore. I found joy in creating healthy, delicious meals for myself. Most importantly, I realized feeling good isn't about deprivation, about restricting myself and missing out. It's about nourishing your body, providing it with the fuel it needs to thrive and flourish. Will I keep it up? Absolutely. This isn't a temporary fix, it's a lifestyle change. Junk food is now an occasional treat, not a habit. It's about balance and moderation, not complete restriction. I'll stick to my 80-20 rule, allowing myself some flexibility while maintaining a healthy foundation. Healthy most of the time, but life's for living. It's about enjoying the journey, not just reaching the destination. This wasn't just a 30-day challenge, it was a catalyst for lasting change, a stepping stone to a brighter future. It was the start of a new, healthier way of life, a commitment to prioritizing my well-being. And I feel brilliant. I'm excited to continue this journey and see where it takes me.